Yeah, so I think the first thing is for any brand or company, you can't be all things to all people. And so you need to work out, what does sustainability mean to you and your brand? So for Bupa, we are a healthcare company. So we really have to come at that issue or sustainability in a way that is relevant to our business today, our people and our customers. So for us, we thought about what is our role in sustainability and in making the world better. And ultimately that comes down to health. So the connection between the health of the planet and the health of people is pretty obvious, and I think the pandemic has made that even more so. So then the approach that we've taken is to think about those three different groups. So what role do our people play in sustainability and in this idea of there being one health? So our people are, firstly, they're individuals. They're very passionate as individuals about making a difference with their work, and we've heard in other panels today about the importance of purpose to employees and employers. But also they play a big role in our footprint. So it is our staff's job and opportunity to actually make a difference in our footprint on the world. So that might be in some of our businesses, we've reduced our footprint through reducing paper, right? So during COVID, in the pandemic, obviously people couldn't access paper forms in our office, and so we decided we needed to shift our customers to digital channels. We've now got 88% of our claims are being processed digitally, and that's removed about 2.3 million pieces of paper, which is huge, in 1 year, which equates to about 300 trees, right? So our people are directly contributing sustainability in a way that's relevant to their role. And then just quickly, so customers, we need to work out how to engage our customers on this and make things really easy for them to contribute to sustainability, but also directly connect with One Health, with why health is relevant to sustainability. And then finally, the community. We're partnering with the Green Earth, who are the charity partners today, and I can share more about that later.
In the last couple of years, as a company, we've actually done 3 different types of research. The first, just before COVID, was around consumer expectations, and then during COVID it was Gen Z and how they were feeling with their mental health, sustainability, etc. And then we've just finished another one which is all about reputation and brand reputation. And what's interesting for me is that across the board, environmental issues definitely are at the fore, except for in Hong Kong, where social issues are more important than climate and the environment, which, if you've lived here for a long time, like so many of us have, that shouldn't come as a surprise. But there is no room for greenwashing, as Penny said, and there is, of course, some dislike of certain industries like mining and things like that. But I think much more than that, it's actually about trying to effect change little by little by little, rather than just expecting it to happen all at once.
Grace, how do we ensure that people are receptive to that? You know, what kind of changes and communicated in what way will help Gen Z get on board with these messages?
I think there really is a perception that we have a short attention span. But if I'm honest, it's because we have so much information out there on social media, on our phones, on the MTR, on the billboards, everywhere, that I completely agree with Emma. The message really needs to be simple, and also I think visual, so that we can really take things in. And something else as a Gen Z I've really come to recognize from my Instagram feed is that a lot of the times, people are sending out negative messages, and I think as a generation, we're already quite aware of that plastic is bad for the planet, right? We're aware of tons of statistics on the issue, but what we really need is kind of a positive message on how we can actually bring change and actually change the status quo. So positive messages, I think, are really important.
Can I add to that?
Yeah, please.
I think your generation really understand the issues, and you are bombarded with messages and information, and it's very hard to try and work out what of that is important. So I think asking people for change, just telling people you can be part of that change, is actually really important. And I also feel that this generation has a huge burden on their shoulders, which is a burden that my generation has very nicely passed to you, Grace, so I apologise on behalf of that. But, we're expecting you to be the solution, and you can't just be the solution, which is why coming here and looking at what private companies and government are trying to do together is extremely important.
Right.
It's already become really obvious that a lot of my friends, right, they're turning away from really well-recognized topics such as fast fashion. For example, you're a fast fashion brand, then it's no longer cool because it's not sustainable, right, to be wearing your clothes, and people don't want to kind of carry that message with them. And just going on about something Emma said, I knew I wasn't going to be representative of the whole Gen Z population, so I asked 50 of my Gen Z friends about what they thought on the topic, and one person actually told me that he couldn't answer any of my questions because his mother did all of the shopping for him. And I think that really shows you, because what you wonder what's going to happen after, this Gen Z population grows up and they actually take over the market. Because although their parents are doing the shopping right now, that's not going to last forever. So I think brands really have to be aware of that.